Chris, I'm pregnant. You're gonna be a father. Hello, Daddy. Congrats, you were...
Your husband has requested that you do not go inside. And, Mr. Taylor has requested some of your special chicken soup. He's afraid he's coming down with the, cold.
Chris, can't you just give us a chance?
No. If you still want this, it'll be purely transactional. I promised my father I'd have a child with you, and I will give him that. We'll hire a doctor, track your cycle. I'll sleep with you then, and only then. Once you get pregnant, you will raise the child as my son. You'll have full access to the wealth and amenities of my estate, but you will never have my love.
Fine.
But don't you dare forget, I am not yours.
Sabrina! Where the hell is she?
Don't make me scream across the house for you.
Hey, you. Been a while. What is she doing here? You haven't grown up at all, have you?
I wanted to talk about that.
I've stomached 1,000 of your affairs, but her? Her.
That was our arrangement, remember?
How could you be so cruel to me? I've given you everything.
Oh, is that so? Where's my child then, huh?
Chris, please.
Our whole relationship was built on you having my child.
You know I've tried.
And apparently, you can't have one.
But you know who can? What?
Brenda's pregnant, Sabrina. With my child.
How?
We reconnected when I was in Europe about a month or two ago. If it makes you feel any better, she got pregnant then.
Oh my God, Brenda, that's him. That's the guy from class.
That's Raymond Taylor's son? Damn, he's hot.
And he's actually such a nice guy, too. We shared a few looks in class.
No offense, but he's like way out of your league.
Always so kind, Brenda.
Well, what do you want me to say, Sabrina? Hot, tall, and rich as hell? You'd be lucky to land a guy that's just one of those.
You're probably right. But I do think we could have something really special.
Okay, don't go all Sabrina on me and get your completely unrealistic hopes up.
Oh, shut up. I think I'm gonna ask him out.
You should be happy. She's doing the job you couldn't. And since she'll be carrying my child, I'll need her to be moving in.
Okay, Chrissy, enough of this. Baby's hungry.
Sabrina, where's the dinner I requested?
Chris will never agree to that. He loves Brenda, not me.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. She's obviously not in this for love.
How do you know?
Quick, hide. She's coming. Go. Brenda. Here's a check. Just take it.
It's blank.
Just put in whatever number you want. Just leave.
Promise, you'll never see me again.
She chose money over him.
Without any hesitation.
Chris can't find out about this, it'll break him.
the one. You actually care for him. Sabrina, look, Chris is not perfect, okay? Just give him some time. He will make a wonderful husband and father to your children. He really will. He'll come around. Just please, please marry him. For me.
The only reason I didn't kick you out is because my father has a soft spot for you. But now that you want to, by all means, leave. I'll give you 2 mansions, 2 cars, and 20 million right now if you do.
I don't want all that. I just want one thing, and I will leave you and her alone forever.
Wow. Okay. What is it?
This place. That's all.
I just said I'd give you 2 mansions.
I don't want 2. I want this one. And it's mine by right, thanks to your father. Give me this house, and I'll have the divorce paperwork ready for you by tomorrow.
Whatever happens to the house, make sure that house doesn't get in anybody else's hands.
Why?
Listen to me. Not even Chris. Do you understand?
How can I make sure of that?
I'll make sure you do.
But why, Raymond?
Look, there's more to that house than meets the eye, Sabrina.
Easy. Deal.
Fine. Deal.
Chris, don't you think we should talk about
This place is yours. We'll just take the other across town.
Baby, no.
You should be so happy right now.
Give her the apartment. Not here. This place is perfect for our child.
I have 10 other mansions worth more than this place. What are you talking about?
I like this one.
She has been faithful for years. I may not love her, but this is the least she deserves. She gets the house, you get me. Is that not good enough for you?
Of course, baby.
Then quit whining and be happy. The place is yours. If you promise to accept that Brenda and I are together and leave us alone.
Deal.
See? Look at that. Everybody's happy.
I'm not happy. I'm hungry.
You'll get your dinner in a second. Sabrina, I gave you the house. The least you could do is get the soup. Who are you talking to? Don't shush me. We aren't divorced yet, you tramp.
Yes, that's correct.
Who would she even be calling right now?
I don't know. I said I don't know. She doesn't talk to anyone.
Then get her off the phone, Chris.
Can't you see I'm trying?
What is the problem?
The soup! Where the hell is it?
Oh. Maggie? Could you please bring the soup?
Finally, about time.
Here we are. Shall I set the table in the dining room?
Silly me. I should have clarified. I didn't mean for you to bring it here. I meant to say, could you please fetch it for yourself and the other housekeepers? My treat. Please bring it home and enjoy it with your family.
What?
I told you she's messing with us.
Ma'am, I can't.
Nonsense. I made the soup, and technically I'm the head of this household now.
Are you messing with me?
Why don't you have your new girl make you dinner? It's not really my responsibility anymore. Does she need my recipe? Did she even cook?
We had a deal. What the hell has gotten into you? Do you really want to provoke me?
I've given you the best years of my life. While I was having miscarriages, you were off having public affairs. I thought you would change, but I was wrong. You'll always be a piece of... I'm not your obedient wife anymore.
What's that? Remember, we aren't divorced yet.
Soon enough.
Who the hell is that? What's this?
I think you'll be happy with what's inside.
How the hell did you get these already?
What do you care? You want this, right? Paperwork is valid and ready to go. Sign it. End our misery.
I don't trust you. I need some time to read over this and make sure you're not my own money.
Fine. But you have until tomorrow. You and your new wifey need to be out of this house by then.
You won't win this game.
I'm not playing a game. I'm leaving one, Chris. Or should I say, Mr. Taylor. I'll leave you two to read over the paperwork and discuss it. Really, you should be happy about this. And for your new budding family. I'll be in the guest room for tonight. No way in hell am I sleeping in that tainted bed.
I know her, but she'll find a way to take your money.
I told you, hush.
I'm carrying your child, Chris.
I know. This is all for you.
I don't want to live in the condo. I want to live here.
Again with this house. What's with this house?
Nothing. I just like it, and I'm frustrated and hungry, okay?
We will get you your food. Stop acting like a child. Finally. Even I'm starving now.
Actually, I'm not really that hungry anymore.
I got us a 3 Michelin star dinner. You're going to eat it.
I wanted that soup.
This is better soup. Try it.
Fine. Best soup in the city? Really?
Award winning. I don't make the rules.
You barely touched yours.
I'm going to bed. You can take a spare guest room.
And why would I be taking a spare guest room?
I'm still a married man. Is one thing. Intimacy is another.
Are you kidding?
You didn't care that I slept alone in Europe.
Yeah, but...
Then this shouldn't be a problem, should it?
No. I would just rather be with you.
In time. Good night.
Sabrina, this isn't over.
What are you doing in here?
The divorce isn't final yet, remember?
What are you doing?
I want you.
Please. I'm not changing my mind.
Me neither.
Fine then.
You're not gonna take him from me, Sabrina.
I don't want him. He is all yours. Plus, I know about you taking Raymond's money. Back for more, huh? I'm handing these in now. You better be out by time I'm back.
Oh, I won't be.
You sure about this?
I am. Are you?
Sure. That's that, huh?
Yeah. I would say it's been a pleasure, but it hasn't.
I really never meant to mistreat you.
You know, it's a bit late for that now, but I still appreciate it.
I wish you the best. Please let me know if you need anything, ever.
You too, Mr. Taylor.
Please don't do that.
What?
Treat me like I'm nothing to you.
But that's what you are to me now. Nothing. You know, you had your place in my heart for so long, and you never appreciated it. It's far too late for that now. Goodbye, Chris.
Hey. Let me at least give you a ride back to the house.
No, thank you, Chris. I've got a ride.
Chris felt jealousy surge through him.
Oh, thank God you're here, Dad.
Who was this mystery man who'd come to pick up Sabrina?
That's it, Sabrina. It's really over.
Yeah, it's official. Chris and I are divorced.
I'm so happy for you.
Thanks.
Devin was Sabrina's brother, but Chris didn't know that.
Go on, get out!
He'd agreed to the divorce on the grounds that Sabrina would let him be with Brenda.
Brenda's pregnant, Sabrina. With my child.
But he hadn't expected Sabrina to move on so quickly, and he wasn't gonna let her get away with it.
Follow that car. Now he's sleeping with Brenda.
Damn, Rena, he sucks. That guy sucks. And I don't understand why you married him in the first place. Really,
Sabrina had made a promise to Chris's father, Raymond.
Just please marry him. For me.
Before he died, Chris's dad made me promise that I'd be with his son.
That is a pretty huge ask. Did he, bribe you to go through with it?
Dev, I loved Chris. I still do. I only want what's best for him.
Just all that relationship did is take from you.
Though Sabrina lost a lot in her marriage to Chris, she did get to keep one thing.
Look, there's more to that house than meets the eye, Sabrina. Make sure that house doesn't get in anybody else's hands. Not even Chris. Do you understand?
I got the mansion.
The mansion, 524 Mansage. There's no way.
Yeah, Raymond left it to me in his will. I mean, he told me he didn't want it to fall into the wrong hands. There wasn't much Chris could even do about it.
Sabrina, you earned that, fair and square. So, I think if Chris actually leaves it to you with no fight, you need to cut off all communication.
As much as Sabrina wished she could fully put the past behind her,
I don't know if I could do that.
No, don't. No. Don't tell me you're...
I'm carrying Chris's child and he doesn't know, and I would like it to stay that way for now.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know how. Dev, this isn't the way to Dad's.
I figured we'd grab a lunch. And there's someone I want you to meet.
They're slowing down. Pull over, idiot!
Chris needed to know who Sabrina's mystery date was. But to do that, he needed a cover.
Yeah. No, I'm fine, babe. Hey, I need you to meet me at Sakana, downtown.
Don't make any stops. I need you here ASAP.
Hey, lunch is on me today.
I thought you were struggling with money.
I've been working with someone he's completely changed my life. Sabrina, I mean, he's taught me how to invest. He's shown me the inner tracks of the business. And hey, he could do the same for you.
Sabrina had never seen Devin so happy. It made her wonder about this financial advisor.
Well, I guess it couldn't hurt now that I've come into the mansion.
Well, look what we have here. You sure moved on quickly. Who's this, Sabrina?
Brenda?
Chris's mistress, Brenda, was the last person she expected to see.
We reconnected when I was in Europe about a month or two ago. And since she'll be carrying my child, I'll need her to be moving in.
This was Sabrina's last straw.
I've had enough. Either she leaves or I do.
Chris may have chosen Brenda, but he'd clearly followed her and Devin to the restaurant.
You know, it's really none of your business how I spend my time. But please tell Chris hello for me. Bye, Brenda.
So thoughtful of you to book a celebratory lunch for me here, Brenda. Seems like you're taking the divorce well. Maybe too well. You know she's barren, right? She can't have kids.
Chris let Sabrina go, but he didn't want another man to have her.
Chris Taylor. And before you ask, yes, those Taylors.
I know exactly who you are.
Couldn't wait a full day after the hearing to get with another guy, huh?
Imagine that, waiting until the end of a marriage to put yourself on the market. What a novel idea.
Sabrina had turned confident seemingly overnight. It made Chris lust for her, and he hated it.
Excuse me.
Sabrina smiled and extended her hand to the handsome stranger.
2 dates in one afternoon? Guess you really need the validation.
Didn't I see you getting out of your car after watching them enter? Martin Dean, pleasure to meet you all.
Chris couldn't stand seeing Sabrina with these successful-looking men he didn't know.
She's like happy.
She's not getting the mansion. If it's the last thing I do.
So, tell me, Sabrina, what is it that your heart truly desires?
Sabrina wasn't used to reading guys, but Martin was definitely flirting.
Would you give me a moment to chat with Martin alone?
I could use the restroom anyway.
Don't be gone too long.
Bro, what are you doing?
What do you think I'm trying to do, Devin?
She just got divorced. Martin, she's not ready.
Look, Sabrina is a smart and capable woman. I'm sure she can make decisions of her own. All right? Thank you. I can tell she doesn't recognize me from our schoolyard days, so she will work with me. And if that leads to something romantic, then so be it.
Martin, trust me, Martin, you want no part of that, okay? She is off the market. Look, she's pregnant with Chris's baby, and he doesn't even know it yet.
Well, I guess that changes things.
Talking about me, I presume?
I'm sure you're the topic of conversation all over today.
What makes you say that?
Well, Devin here has told me you've come into possession of the Taylor estate at 524 Manson. I can only imagine the sharks are circling.
Sharks?
Yeah, the moment a property of that value shifts ownership, it goes all over billionaire newsletters and society gossip forums, and this one specifically belonged to the Taylors.
Raymond Taylor had warned Sabrina of this. Vultures ready to swoop in. She wasn't giving in so easily.
Well, I intend to keep its operations under my purview.
You're smart. I can tell, Sabrina. So I know you understand how my input here can serve you in the long term.
Sabrina couldn't be sure if she could trust Martin just yet.
Well, I guess that depends on what you're proposing.
We grow the manor as a business and split the profits 50-50.
I just came into the largest asset of my life. I'm not about to give half of it over to a man I just met an hour ago.
Then we can do the first year pro bono. We can discuss profit splittings next year. But I can assure you, without me, you will not turn a profit.
It's a little cocky.
Do you like that?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna throw up.
Well, you may have yourself a deal. What would your plans for the property be?
asking the important questions. That's good. But I think we should hold off on those questions until our next meeting, where it's just us.
I think that is about all the excitement I can handle today. Devin?
Wait, Sabrina, we've yet to schedule our next meeting.
I can get your number from Devin.
We do need to get to our father's house anyway. Family stuff.
Something told her there was more to learn about Martin, and maybe her brother too.
Hey, good job, man, well done. Yeah, just let me know what else you need from me. Okay, because if it means making Chris Taylor pay, I'm in. Get the bill for us, will you?
Look who it is.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Danny Myers. I know her from...
Chris. I'm sure.
And who are you?
Just leaving, actually.
What was that all about?
Just protecting my baby sister. Speaking of which, are you ready to tell Dad that you're...
I'm pregnant.
What?
I'm not that far along. I haven't been to the doctor yet, but it is Chris's, and he doesn't know yet.
Why doesn't he know?
Because he...
Your ex-best friend who's only interested in his money?
Lizzie, her sister, knew more about Brenda than most, but even she didn't know how low Brenda had gone.
Brenda, here's a check. Just take it.
Promise, you'll never see me again.
Chris still didn't know Brenda had betrayed him for money. Sabrina hated that, but it wasn't her job to protect him anymore.
Brina. Hey, Brina. Are you okay?
Chris wanted Brenda to live with us, and I wouldn't hear of it, so... Come on. Let's have it. I was stupid to marry him, I know.
I'm just proud of you for leaving. It shows strength.
As a multi-million-dollar business owner, Sabrina's dad had been tough on her for all her life.
Wow. I haven't seen the three of you hug since Lizzie graduated years ago.
Come on, get in here, loser.
Sabrina's father wanted her to lead a division of his enterprises.
So, now that you're done with that louse, you ready for a job in the family business?
Throw in a place to stay. I'll consider it.
Actually, I have that covered for you.
Nice digs.
Chris had forced Sabrina to stay away from her family. Now being back in their lives, she had catching up to do.
I never thought I'd see the day.
All right. Just because I slept on futons through my 20s doesn't mean I have bad taste. Hey, let's see your room.
I still can't believe you designed an entire room for me.
Chris had isolated Sabrina for so long, she'd forgotten what it was like to be cared for.
This is amazing.
Check out the closet.
Gucci, Prada. What's this one?
Lizzie designed that. And she curated most of the stuff in there, but I figured you need a few custom pieces too.
The whole gesture was more than Chris had ever done for her in their 3 years being married.
Well, I'm glad you like it. Oh, by the way, Dad called the family physician. She has a 10 a.m. for you tomorrow.
That's perfect.
You're wearing that to the hospital.
What? Something wrong with it?
No, let's just hope the physician's assistant is not a heterosexual man.
Well, if he is, at least I know I'll be getting top-tier treatment. Wait, Dev. We have to stop somewhere on the way.
You really had all that to say to Chris's grandmother?
Devin, I love her. Right, Chris isn't the only one who's affected by this divorce. And she's lonely.
I know. I'm sorry, it's just... God, I can't stand that Chris still holds that much weight in your life.
All in time, Dev.
Sabrina hoped it was the truth.
Congratulations, Sabrina. You are 4 weeks along and in perfect health.
Oh, thank God.
If you don't mind me asking, where's the father?
That was the question Sabrina hadn't wanted to hear.
Don't shush me. We aren't divorced yet, you tramp.
You know she's barren, right? She can't have kids. Don't you dare forget, I'm not yours.
We're no longer together, actually. But I have my family support and they've been amazing. So I'm not alone in this.
I'm glad to hear that. Having a good support system is very important.
Thank you.
Sabrina felt a surge of guilt for keeping her pregnancy from Chris. But if he knew, he might use it to keep her in his grasp.
Sabrina.
Chris would never admit it, but he was drawn to this fiercer version of Sabrina.
Interesting look for a hospital visit. What brings you here?
Just some routine tests.
Pretty random time for an annual checkup. Didn't you just go a couple of months ago?
Not for STDs. And when your ex-husband has a reputation for spreading his affections, you can't be too safe.
Sabrina knew the best way to distract Chris from the truth was to bruise his ego.
Or maybe you're checking to make sure your new decoy boyfriend hasn't infected you.
He's not my boyfriend.
Does he know that? You know, I'm starting to think this hospital visit is a pregnancy check-in. Are you pregnant, Sabrina?
Sabrina's heart shot up to her throat. She didn't know how to answer.
Hey, is everything okay here?
Look at you, doing her chores. Pathetic.
Oh, you want to talk about pathetic, bro? You're a 35-year-old divorcee who lost his family heirloom of a mansion.
Well, maybe I would have been able to if your barren girlfriend had been able to bear me a child.
We should get going, Dev.
Yeah, please.
Danny, any chance you can meet me at Boyd's later? Yeah, there's some medical stuff with Sabrina I need you to look into.
6 weeks along. Everything looks perfect. Congratulations.
Thank you. You're late.
I had to find a place to park.
You said you saw a spot when you were dropping.
What'd I miss?
Everything's wonderful.
Try as Chris might to get his mind off Sabrina, he was still wondering if she was pregnant. Why else would she be at the hospital so randomly?
I was actually wondering if you could give us a list of other patients you've seen today. I'd love to connect with other pregnant couples.
Actually, Mr. Taylor, I can't give you information about my other patients. But I can give you a referral to our weekly Lamaze class.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Right, Chris?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Mr. Taylor, I do understand that becoming a father is a lot to take in.
Yeah, a lot of morning sickness and mood swings.
And a wonderful time to figure out what kind of father you're going to be. Well, I hate to do this now, but unfortunately, this is my last day. I'm moving to California. Oh, don't worry. Dr. Leeway is an exceptional OBGYN. He'll take great care of you.
What?
No, wait, Dr. Rose, you can't be serious.
Are you out of your mind? How could you jeopardize my child like this? I could have you fired.
I'm gonna let you two talk.
I didn't understand the doctor meant that much to you. Or any of this, for that matter.
I'm here, aren't I?
You know, it's sexy when you care for a child.
Chris's reaction stung Brenda, but the more Chris rejected her, the more she fought to win his attention.
Need to find a different way to see Sabrina. Find out how she got my dad to give her the mansion.
Why isn't it enough that I'm carrying your child? Wish we could just be done with this Sabrina stuff. For good.
Chris wasn't attracted to Brenda when she was jealous of Sabrina. It made him second-guess the whole divorce.
I have outstanding concerns.
One of them was the fact that Sabrina might be pregnant with his child.
Whoever she's dating, no doubt wants a piece of my money.
Ugh! Why can't you see what she's doing? She wants you to wonder about her, Chris. She's messing with your head, and it's working.
Brenda was stating the obvious, and it emasculated Chris.
Don't talk to me like that. Just sit quietly and look pretty. That's what you're best at.
Dangling physical affection was a tactic Chris frequently used. It was all Brenda wanted, but he wouldn't be giving it to her.
We need to show her we won't be bullied.
I need to show her, Brenda. You need to stay out of it, all right?
Please, Chris, baby, can we just talk about it?
Out.
Where to, sir?
There was one person Chris knew he could trust to help him figure out the dirt on Sabrina.
Boyd's on 7th.
Oh, Chris. If only you knew what I put up with for this fortune of yours. What is it, Mom?
Brenda, what's going on with you and your father?
Brenda's mom was obsessed with her public reputation, and she didn't want Brenda embarrassing her with some illegal con.
Nothing. Why? Did he text you?
He becomes a certain way when he's up to something. And I found a Chris property listing on his desk. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
No, I wouldn't. Maybe he just wants to know the kind of man that I'm dating.
Brenda was lying to her mom to avoid the lectures she'd get if she told the truth.
Don't play stupid with me, Brenda. You know better than to get involved in your father's shady business dealings. I don't want to see you get hurt.
Was that it, Mother?
Give Chris my best.
Dad?
Brenda. What's this I hear? You're not interested in our little arrangement.
Nothing. Mom's just trying to interfere. She doesn't want to see me get caught up in any shady dealings.
Well, I hope you're smarter than to trust her fear-mongering, because this scheme is gonna make us rich.
I'm doing everything that I can.
That's my girl.
Dad,
What is it?
there was a mishap at the hospital. Dr. Rose was in on our plan, but she's moving to California. What am I supposed to do for our next appointment?
It seemed Brenda might not be so pregnant after all.
Okay, listen. Don't take him to the doctor next time. Okay, it's too risky to pull this stunt twice. Convince him to marry you, because once we have the mansion...
Well, about that. Sabrina's not giving up the mansion.
What? That's the piece that's gonna make us millions. You know what you have to do.
Brenda's call with her father strengthened her resolve. Her secret plan had to be a success. If Chris missed Sabrina, then Brenda must give him a reason not to. Brenda's desperation was such a turnoff for Chris. He couldn't get Sabrina out of his head.
The craziest part is, I saw Sabrina at the hospital this morning.
Sabrina?
And she's pregnant, man. I'm telling you. But she's not telling me.
Chris knew that Danny's job at the hospital meant he might have access to Sabrina's medical records.
Bro, what about Brenda?
No, you don't understand. Sabrina doesn't keep secrets from me. She's always adored me. I'm her dream guy. Now she's seeing some other guy. Kevin or Nevin. No, Devin.
Right. Yeah, I saw him at the restaurant. The two of them were getting pretty cozy.
Yeah, it's gross. I need you to get your hands on her records for me.
Well, as co-chair of the hospital board, I can tell you that's illegal. But as your best friend, I got you.
My guy.
But you have to promise me, if she's not pregnant, you're gonna let all this Sabrina stuff go. Okay? You two got divorced for a reason.
Yeah. She's ungrateful.
Maybe because you cheated on her.
I'm sorry, bro. just bugging about Sabrina. This whole Brenda thing just sprung up out of nowhere, and I don't even know if I want her.
What are you doing?
I was crazy drunk the night before, but I don't even remember kissing Brenda. I can't even bring myself to get close to anyone, but Sabrina.
I'm gonna take this because obviously the alcohol has gone to your brain.
I'm getting another beer. You want?
No. I'll get you one on the way back from the loo, okay?
All Chris wanted to hear was Sabrina's voice, telling him she wanted him back, that she wished she was with him, not Brenda.
Who is that?
The look in Sabrina's eyes said it all.
Sabrina!
What do you want, Chris?
I veto Devin. It's insulting, really, that you would date somebody so ugly after you dated me.
Sabrina couldn't believe Chris was still hung up on the idea that she'd moved on. After all, he'd discarded her like it was nothing.
You're drunk.
No, I'm devoted to finding out the real reason why you wanted a divorce. Is it because you were cheating on me with him the whole time? Huh?
Chris, you married me because your dad asked you to after Brenda abandoned you. And you didn't hesitate to cheat on me the second she came crawling back. So I don't owe you any answers. Okay, don't do this.
No, you don't understand.
I left knowing that I wasn't wanted. And that made the decision easy. But getting these mixed signals from the only man I've ever wanted to give my heart to, that makes moving on hard.
If the call had left Sabrina rattled, it left Chris humiliated, which had caused him to drink even more.
I thought you'd never.
Sorry, Brenda. Chris here seems to have had a bit too much to drink at the bar tonight.
Why didn't you try to stop him? Isn't that like your whole duty as a best friend?
Yeah, clearly I failed at that.
Are you laughing? What's funny to you about this? We had plans. I need him sober. Help me get him back to normal.
Well, actually, I got a jet. But if you feel like you need help, and looks like you do, call Sabrina. He literally won't stop asking for her.
Chris, baby, let's get you sober.
Brenda couldn't believe he'd gotten so sloppy. Being with Chris was like caring for a child.
Chris, come on.
Oh my God.
Oh, you like that? I wore it just for you.
I've missed you, Sabrina.
What did you just say?
Sabrina?
Will Chris find out that Sabrina's pregnant with his child? Will Brenda push forward her plan to steal the Taylor mansion? And what will become of Sabrina as she heals from an abusive marriage?
Hey, I'm Sabrina. If you're wondering what happens next, download the Pocket FM app now and listen to the exciting episodes of Lose You to Love Me.